Welcome. Welcome to us a little pop-up live today that came to my mind today I wanted to talk about. Give you guys a few minutes to get in here. Get a couple minutes to get in here. Welcome. Welcome to another SMD Live. I think it's going to be a good one, especially if you don't own a business. Let me tell you a few things that I see. Okay, about the at least the minimum of the next 4 years of under the Trump administration. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is LJ, the founder of SMD, and I am here to share my gift. And my gift is that I know capitalism is psychological, positive, and negative. This is a mathematical fact, okay? And since it's a mathematical fact, that means it's true. With this knowledge, I now understand that there's a psychological place called the debt matrix, okay? And the debt matrix is a place where debt slaves lives. And debt slaves are people that believe they can own with absolutely no money of their own. People that believe they can buy houses with mortgages, cars with car loans. Hold on, let me plug this phone up. Cars with car loans, own equity in a mortgaged house, stuff like that, save for retirement while having student loan debt older than the retirement plan, right? Those are called debt slaves because they are people that believe they can do things that are not mathematically true. Okay, that was me. I did all the same thing. I followed all that stuff, so I don't really make sure I'm not talking about anybody because I was a debt slave. I got out of debt, realized my credit report were my papers. Those were my debt slave papers. They just kept track of all the businesses that owned me. My credit score was nothing more than reward points for staying in debt with my owners listed on my credit report. When I was a debt slave, I didn't know that because I worshiped credit. Then I got out and I'm like, oh, credit's just a tool. It's a hammer. It's a lawnmower. It's nothing. All right. And then I woke up. Now I can see how the economy truly works. It's just a masterpiece, really. But anyway, if you are a business owner, especially if you're not a business owner right now, but right now is the time to become one. Right now is the time to become a business owner. And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna share some things with you that you can't see, especially if you're a debt slave. You really can't see it, right? As you can see from all the news from President Trump, all this money is pouring in to revive our economy. Okay, it's pouring in. Trillions of dollars are coming in. So here's how it flows, okay? The immigration task force or whatever is out there picking up people that are illegally here. It's to make sure the new money that's coming in is not taken away by illegal people. Whatever illegal means, not paying it to, I don't know, but I'm just saying that's the first step to make sure that nobody gets the new money. Illegal people that are not here get the new money that's coming in. What that does is make sure they don't get the money. All these jobs are going to open up because all this money's coming in. Okay. You hear no taxes on overtime. Let me tell you what that means. That means debt slaves are going to work more than ever now because they're not going to get taxed on overtime or something. That encourages debt slaves to work more. No taxes on tip. That encourages them to work more hours, more jobs, more people. All that new money has to stay here. Now, as a business owner, that means if debt slaves are working, that means they're spending. When the money flows, they're spending really unconsciously because new jobs, they probably be here for the next they think they're going to be here for the next 30 years, 40 years, whatever. That means new money. That means they're going to be financing more houses. They're going to be listen, this is how it works. This is how the housing market will go up. They'll finance more houses and they'll be spending more time at work other than the house that they don't even own. Right now is the time to own a business. Do you understand? Right now. Guaranteed for the next 4 years, obviously. It looks guaranteed to me. Trillions are pouring in right now. You better think about it. I don't care. Hey, listen, and this is the key point, okay? This is the key. When you get into business, make sure you follow the tax laws. Do you understand? Make sure if you don't know, you hire a professional that does. They're worth every penny. You cannot become wealthy as a business owner if you do not understand the tax laws. Do you understand? That's what the laws say. You understand? If you don't know, you hire a professional that does know. No guessing at your tax. And here's a really, really good one. If you're starting up as your first time business owner, this is what I want you to do. When the first time you file your taxes, make sure it's done by a professional. Do not try to do it yourself. Do not. I don't care how much they cost. As long as they have a good relationship with the IRS, make sure you have it done professionally. Always. Right now's the time. No tax on overtime. They are going to be working 80, 90 hours a week. The only people that don't care about overtime are the people that taxes on overtime are the people that do it. Do you understand? Do you think if they knew, listen, this is the psychological part. Do you think if they knew they spent more time at work than the mortgage that they're paying on the house that they're not living in, they'd probably wake up and like, wait a minute, that's true? I'm not even there. They don't know that. That's when you come in, open a business, yard service. Listen, open up a yard service. They're not going to have time to take care of the yard on the mortgaged house because they're going to be at work. Open up a yard service, some kind of food service, because they're not going to be able to cook because they're going to always be at work. Child care service, anything. It's about to boom. This is obvious. This is totally obvious. Hey, no more tax on rental, car loan, something. Only debt slaves finance cars. They're the only ones that care about not paying interest or something on some car loan. You're not even supposed to have it. They don't know that. The amount of spending that's about to happen from debts, man, you guys, man, this is clear to me. They're just making sure, listen, it looks like to me, this is just my opinion, they're making sure nobody illegal or not supposed to get this new money. That's what it looks like to me. Hey man, I live here. I promise you, if you're a person that's behind on your car payments, you don't know what's really happening. I promise you that. I can promise you that. If you're a person that you don't answer the phone because of bill collectors, you don't understand what's happening. I can promise you that. If you're a person that works for free at work, does whatever your boss tells you, even though he or she is not paying you, I promise you, you don't know what's happening because you wouldn't allow anything. You wouldn't allow stuff like that. 30-minute lunches on a 12-hour. When I hear like 30-minute lunches on a 12-hour shift, that's totally unacceptable. That would never happen in your life ever again, ever. But I also teach you how to participate in it properly. Not illegally, none of that stuff. Nope, none of that. If you're cheating, like if you come across this channel and you're cheating on your taxes, the word cheat should tell you instantly that you don't know how to play because you're cheating. That's what that means. If you are a person that believes This is how you can tell if you're ready for business today. Look at your credit report. Go take a look at your personal credit report and look at it. And if it's pages and pages, and you say to yourself, would I go into a business? Would I go into a business with a person like this that did all this stuff? Don't pay their bills, hiding from credit. Would you go into a business? Then the answer is no, you're not ready for business. When you guys go apply for car loans and stuff like that, say like you go to apply for a mortgage, especially you late 20s, early 30s people applying for mortgages. As soon as the bank runs your credit report and they find out you still have student loans from 10 years ago, they know right there you're not going to pay off a mortgage instantly. Approved. They're going to approve you because you're never going to own a house. You didn't even pay off your student loan debt. You think you're going to come in and pay off a house? And listen, you come in, you $30,000 in the hole with your student loan debt, and then you come in and ask them for $300,000, $400,000 in a mortgage. They automatically know if you haven't paid off a $30,000 loan in 10 years, you're definitely not paying off a mortgage. You're not approved because you're never going to own it. While you go around and tell everybody that you're a homeowner and how much equity that you have in a mortgage, that's mathematically impossible. You can't do that. This is why it's time to listen, people, this is why it's time to become a realtor. Because when that money pours in, there are going to be millions of debt slaves ready to finance a house, a piece of the American dream. They don't really understand they are dreaming because that's mathematically impossible to buy a house with a mortgage. Impossible. Time to become a realtor. You better freshen up your skills because the house is about, man, you guys understand what's about to happen? Man, you don't even see it, do you? Listen to what President Trump is saying. Trillions of dollars are pouring in. Where do you think it's going? Economies do not work without people in them. Do you understand? People have to be in the economy, humans, in order for economy to work. Time to own a business. You better step up on it. You better figure it out. Don't be waiting. The world is watching. You're about to see what's about to happen. And the people that know, they're going to be begging to come into this country and open up a business because they're about to get a piece of that money. You understand? First, they're clearing out all the people that are not allowed to get the new money. They're removing them. See ya. You can't touch this new money. That opens up all those jobs that those people were filling. And plus the new jobs coming in from the companies that are now happy to be here. Happy to be here. That man. To me, with the TikTok blackout, I said, that was a smart move by President Trump. That was brilliant. Let it go dark. So you could see everybody in panic, maybe TikTok, see how much money they was losing in 12 hours. And then it came back on. Okay, now you can see how powerful it is. We want half. Congratulations, Mr. Trump. Congratulations. Smart move. People forget he's a businessman first. People forget that, including me. Sure did. Now, I know I'm bright enough to know that I will never know what's going on completely in the background because that you can't. I can't. I'm not supposed to. Houses, food, man, just listen. Imagine when everything gets going, imagine how much food delivery, man, you better, but only for business owners. Okay, business owners, this is going to be the time for business. This looks clear to me. This just looks so obvious. You can either be on the negative side of it, or you can come to the positive side of it. I'm telling you guys right now, this is the beginning of it. You can believe me if you want to listen. If you want to skip over the line, come see me. You could be at the beginning of what's about to happen right now. I can bring you there. I can bring you here. What's really happening? There's two things happening. One for the negative side, and then there's another one for the positive side. You think they're coming over here dropping $500 billion for nothing? Absolutely. They invest for a return. Do you guys understand that? They don't invest for no return. That's why they have $500 billion to drop. What's up, people? L Boogie, what's going on? Do you consider this YouTube channel to be business? Nah, because I ain't really making no money off of it. So unless it starts making money, that's when I'll consider it business. So I don't really consider this YouTube channel business. Absolutely not. Not yet, at least. Follow you since O'Shea. Shouted you out years ago. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Hello, Liz. Liz, I appreciate it. Hello, welcome. From the UK, Trolls Lives Matter. Okay. Hi, from the UK. Okay, welcome. Mathematically impossible to purchase a home. May you please? Okay, so I'm glad. Are you still here, Afro-Asian? Mathematically impossible to buy a house with a mortgage. Okay, that's a great question. Now, when you go look at the price of a house, right? You drive up. This is the only way you can buy a house. Okay, if you drive up to a house, you say, "Oh, I like that house," and it say like it's $400,000. Okay, this is some. All you got to do is log into your bank account and see if you have $400,000. If you don't have $400,000 in your bank account, you cannot buy the house. So, if you consider it an option, if you have to go to the bank and ask the bank for the money, that's called financing the house. That's not, you don't buy it. That's called financing. The bank buys it for you and then you pay them back. That's what that is, because you didn't have the money to buy it. So, because remember, only the bank can buy houses with mortgages, not you. You can't buy a house with a mortgage. You can finance a house with a mortgage, but you cannot buy one with a mortgage. Does that make sense? That makes sense. The reason, and here, let me give you the psychological part that you really can't hear, Afro-Asian. Debt slaves mix up the word buy with finance. They don't know they do that. They don't know you can't own equity in a mortgage house. That's what the calculator says. And for the people that have a mortgage and believe they own something, here, I want you to do this. So you just don't have to just believe me. Open up the calculator and put in your mortgage payment minus your mortgage balance and hit equal. Now, as you stare at that large negative number on the calculator, I just want you to listen to my voice, okay? As you look at the calculator, don't look at me, look at the calculator. Does that number look like equity? Does that number look like you own something? You are not you know what that number says? That number says you are a loan owner, not a home owner. That's what that number says. Just don't take my word for it. All you got to do is believe the calculator. That's the door to exit the debt matrix. Okay? The large negative number says you are a loan owner, not a homeowner. Okay? What's up, Christopher? Hey, LJ. What's your take on overtime when working on consumer debt, like a little under $2,000 left? Hey, listen, if you are working your way to get out of debt, work all the overtime you can get, because it's going to get you out of debt faster. You have a goal. Overtime is great when you have a goal to get out of debt, because you're trying You just beg for it like everybody else at work and complain for it. And then one day when you pay off your debt, you never have to, you won't even, listen, you won't even want to ask for overtime. You won't even want it no more. Leave it to them. That's a great question. But right now, it's time to be a business owner. I'm going to reiterate that. I want you to see President Trump says trillions of dollars are pouring in, moving all the people out that can't get it, not supposed to get it or get any of it, whatever. That's just a guess. That's my opinion. All right. Get up. Then the people come in, replace the jobs that is can, blah, blah, blah. Because it got to flow, people. It got to flow. It has to flow. It has to flow. It doesn't work without people. It's like, let me give you an example. If you hooked up a battery, listen, if you hooked up a battery and only hooked up the negative side, would the car start? You know, if you looked at, hey man, this car won't start, and then you look under the hood and you see the person got the positive thing disconnected, and you'd be like, it's not going to start because it's not going to start until you hook up the positive side. Do you understand? It all works together. They can come over here and build factories all they want. We need you guys in them, working in them. You have to be working in them. Do you understand? The building's not going to do anything by itself. You think Amazon would have blocks and blocks of buildings if they didn't have people in them? Of course not. When you understand how it works, you won't accept those kind of conditions at work because you won't be in it. Do you understand? You wouldn't even put yourself in it. Do you understand? Let me tell you what puts you in those kind of conditions. Car payments, the latest cell phone payments, monthly apps of all that is what keeps you there. Not what, listen, it's not what Amazon is paying you. It's not that. It's not what Amazon paying you. It's what you're doing to stay there. That's what that is. You think the people that go to Amazon and click buy, you think they care about it? That's not true. Just, is my package here? That's what it is. Where's my package? All you got to do is come to the positive side. You don't have to listen. You don't have to worry about none of that. Hey, listen, it's nothing personal. And this is what will keep you. When people hear me say debt slave and some people get emotional, the only ones getting emotional are debt slaves. Do you understand? If somebody called me a debt slave, I wouldn't care if somebody called me a debt slave. It wouldn't bother me. I would just wonder why they're doing it. That's all. What's up, QJC? When it comes to, Christopher says, press Trump good for crypto. Let me tell you something. When I like to give you guys mathematical facts so you guys can understand something, okay? Especially if you're a debt slave, okay? No currency at all exists for debt slaves. Nothing. Nothing, doesn't matter if it's crypto, paper money, nothing. None of that exists. So for those of you that may not understand what I mean, that money doesn't exist for you, hold some money in your hand. Okay, go get you some money and you got to hold it in your hand. Open up the calculator app with the other. Put in the money in your hand minus your car payment. Okay? Now, as you stare at that negative number, that large negative number on your calculator, I just want you to listen to my voice. You don't have any, the calculator says you don't have any money in your hand. You don't believe, replace that with $20 of crypto or whatever, right? Pretend you took out the 20 and you put in $20 worth of digital crypto on the screen or whatever, however you guys look at the pretend money. The calculator says, I don't care what you put in your hand. You don't have nothing in your hand. I don't care if it's gold, silver, crypto, this and that, dojo, whatever. The calculator says, I don't care. That number's not going to change. You don't have nothing. That's what I mean with. So when I hear, listen, when you hear somebody, this is all you have to know. This is all you have to know. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give you some advice from the positive side. This is all you have to know if somebody understands how crypto works. Anybody talking to you about crypto, you say, "Are you making car payments?" If they tell you yes, they don't understand crypto. Do you understand? How do I know? They're making car payments. You're financing something that's going down in value while it's going up in value for the bank for the interest rate. I'm not listening to anybody talk about cryptocurrency that does that. That doesn't even make any sense. CNTS. Somebody talking about crypto, you say, do you still have student loans? And if they tell you yes, you better not listen to nobody talk about cryptocurrency that has 10, 20, 30-year-old student loan debt. Are you crazy? What are you doing with crypto with 20-year-old student loan debt? That doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense at all. You don't listen to anybody that does that. Hold on for a second. Let me turn this thing off and make sure it's not too loud. People on the negative side don't know that. Do you understand that? You don't listen. You don't take financial advice from somebody that has student loan debt older than the cryptocurrency. They're telling you that they don't understand how crypto works. The last thing to cap this off is to, when they get rid of paper money, you guys are toast. Because right now, today, you don't even know that money doesn't even exist for you. Right now, paper money is just in the way. Do you guys understand? It's in the way. People barely carry it now. Okay, you guys understand that? That's why people barely carry it, because it's not really even real for you guys. Are you a person that's ambitious right now? Thinking about it, you better be paying attention with what President Trump is doing. I hope you're paying attention. Right now is the time to become a business owner, a good one that follows all the laws. Because you can't become wealthy if you don't understand taxes. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. Don't do it. Don't be like, oh man, taxes is taking all my money. And nope, you better stop. You better stop hanging around people like that, or get away from them. Get away from them. After Agent says, this month I canceled many subscriptions. Congratulations that I wasn't using. Congratulations on that. That's how you do it. LinkedIn, yep, Amazon, all that. Trucking, social media groups. Man, look at all that. Close to 300. Yep, all that. Now, listen. Now you'll have $300 more to pay off your debt even faster. That's how it works. The pain, what you're doing right now, Afro-Asian, that's the pain of you right now, what you can't see, but you'll slowly see. You're slowly breaking the monthly payment program. Having stuff due every single month, that's part of the program. You can cut all that off. You don't have to do none of that. You don't have to do none of that. That money coming in and out, and you don't listen. The money coming in and out, and you having none at the end of the month, that should tell you everything you need to know right now. Right now, it should tell you that. And this is, listen, to make sure that the people that I'm not picking, like make sure I'm not picking on the workers at the Amazon and the people with the listen, I made 6 figures and I was a debt slave. People don't believe it has anything to do with a person's salary. Don't. If you're a person, say like you're a person at Amazon, but you know a person that has a better job than you, so they got a better car than you, all you got to do is this, and say, hey, you have car payments? If they say yes, and you have a car, you guys are the same. It doesn't matter how much they're making. The bank owns both your cars. If the person that you think is doing better than you, and you say, hey, do you have a mortgage? If they say yes, that's not their house. That's the bank's house. You can't, the house, if the bank buys it, the bank only the house only appreciates for the bank. Do you understand? The only equity that's in it is for them. You are the equity in the house because you believe whatever. That's why it's time to become a realtor, because millions of people are going to be buying houses, purchasing houses with mortgages, believing they're a homeowner. Now's the time. You better get your skills up. That money's going to be flowing. Believe that. President Trump's telling you right now, the money's flowing in right now. What's he's in with day 4 or 5, whatever day it is, man. I hope you don't be waiting. You better not be waiting. It's coming. What's up, Cosmic? What's up, Andre? Being debt free. Yep, being debt free is the best feeling in the world. I wish everyone could experience. You're right, QJC. I remember running into QJC a couple times down there in SC. You better believe I'm coming back there to visit too. I'll let you know when I am. It's going to be a few years though. No time soon. Let's put it that way. LJ, I'll be paying off my primary mortgage for my birthday. Yes. Congratulations, Cosmic. Congratulations. And you know what? You know what's so crazy about that woman? You'll probably catch her pulling a broom out of her truck, a trunk of her car, going to sweep out one of her houses. You'd be like, oh, she must be the cleaning lady. Yeah, I bet you think that. Yeah. At least that's what she wants you to think. She must be here to clean the place. Yeah. I know it looked like that. What's up, Chandra? Hello? Yes, it is. Debt free here. Okay. Feels amazing. Yes, it does. You cannot explain the feeling of debt free to a person that has never been debt free. They think you have to be rich. They think it's impossible. Everything, your whole life just changes. Your perspective of the world, what it really is that we all live in the same world, but we each have our own perspective of it. And so when you become debt free, you have a different perspective of the world. So let me give you an example of the perspective, okay? Which is a mathematical fact, okay? So say like there's you pull up to the gas station and the gas is $4.50 a gallon. Now, when I pull up to the gas station, I put in my debit card and then I fill my tank up. I pay $4.50 a gallon and then I leave. If you pull up with a financed car to buy some gas, first of all, that means you didn't have the money to even buy the car to pull up to the gas station. So the car is financed. So when you pull up, that means if you finance the car, that means the only thing you can do is finance the gas. So when you pull up to the gas station, you put your credit card in there. The price of gas for you is the price of $4.50 a gallon plus the finance charge of your credit card spread over years of when you don't pay it off every month. That's the price of gas for you. You guys continue to pay for the gas for years. Months, years, however long it takes you to pay the debt off. Most of you guys don't pay off your credit card at the end of the month, or if you did, credit card business wouldn't be in business. Do you understand? They wouldn't exist. What you guys don't know is this, and the people that I hope you understood that example, but what you guys don't know is this. If they cut off credit card access for everybody for like 30 seconds, everything would stop. Do you understand? Everything would stop. Big businesses, Amazon would most definitely stop. Why? Because you guys have no money, so you have to use credit cards. There is no other choice for you if you want to purchase something online because you have no money. So if they cut off credit card access, not only if you guys stop buying stuff, that means they have nothing to, do you understand? Now that I'm on the positive side, I now understand that if, as adults, you guys have to ask the bank everything. You have to ask the bank permission to buy anything, a house, car, phone, a new roof, shoes. I recognize that. I understand that. Nothing works without them. Okay, cool. Time to become a business owner. That money's pouring in, pouring in. Listen, no tax on overtime. They're going to be working like crazy. Do you understand? Crazy. Paying on houses they're not even going to be living in. It's time to become a realtor. You understand? They're going to be cycling through them houses, cycling every 5 years. Man, you know how much money you could be making? And listen, if you become a realtor that is debt free, I promise you, you're going to have a totally different energy than a realtor that is desperate to sell a house. Because, you know, every person that looks for a house, they unconsciously or consciously, they prepare themselves to maybe get some pushed from a, hey, you better sign up now and this and that. If you become a debt-free realtor, you will never be bringing that energy with you to the clients, because it won't exist. That energy is not going to exist, because you're never going to be feeling like you have to sell this house to make a car payment or make your mortgage payment. You won't never feel like that. So you're not going to be pushing that energy at all. That energy won't be coming from you, and those clients will be coming. They'll be coming back. You just do what you do it good. They'll respect you and be like, wow, this person didn't even put me under no pressure, made me sign up today. None of that. Plus, if you like it and you love it, you'll just be that much, and nobody will figure out how you're doing it, what all the success come from, all because you're debt free. I promise you that. Promise. She said, I sure do bring that. Yep, no bills come to my house because I'm debt free. I pay all my bills for the year. Exactly. Except junk. Hey, listen, don't forget about the junk mail though, QJC. Junk mail still come. What's my background? My background is I used to be a computer engineer for 20 years, a virtualization engineer, specifically VMware. VMware. What's up, Stephen? No tax on OT. Wow, no tax. That's to encourage them to work more. That's what it does. Spend more time at work than home. Crazy. Bananas. If there's no tax on overtime, would it be a good idea to take advantage of the overtime so you can then quit the job? For sure. Listen, I am not against overtime if you're using it to get yourself out of debt faster. Because I promise you this, once you work all that overtime and you pay off your debt, and once your debt's paid off, you will never touch overtime again for the rest of your life. I promise you that. You will never, ever touch it again. You're not going to care how much they're paying on overtime, how much they're paying extra on Christmas, how much they're paying extra on this holiday, because you're going to be doing whatever you want to do on those holidays. You're going to be doing what you really want to do on those holidays. Just like all the other wealthy people, they do what they want to do on those holidays. They don't have to cross their fingers and hope they have enough seniority to get ahead and spend time with their children. Nope. But you got to earn that, though. You got to earn that privilege. How do you earn that privilege? You got to break out of the program. And that ain't easy. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's not easy. You can do it. I'm living proof you can do it, but it's not easy. Not easy at all. I'm going to tell you, it's a difficult program to break. It is. But once you're free, you're like, oh, the wealthy, man, once you get now that I'm out, I don't look at like Bill Gates and Elon Musk and Warren Buffett. Like those people, they're just showing you how much money is out there for you if you just figure it out. You got to think about it. If you're making an hourly wage and you see this one person making multi-millions of dollars, there's something in there that you don't know. You see that? If you see a big gap like that, and very few people do it, and it's this much money. That means there is something in there that you don't know, and I'm here to tell you what it is. They're not special. They don't know. I mean, I'm not going to say they don't know more than you. Obviously, they do. But the base is math. Okay, just take what we all learned in the elementary school math class. Zero in the middle, positive numbers in green, negative numbers in red. That's it. Like, imagine this. Imagine this. Imagine the number line in front of you. Okay, zero in the middle, positive numbers in green, negative numbers in red. Log into your online credit report, get your total debt number. Go find it. It's usually right at the top when you log into your online credit stuff. Grab that large negative number and play where. Now think back in elementary school math class. Where on the number line does that number go? Where does it go? Yes, add in your student loan debt, add in your mortgage, add in all your credit cards, add in your collection, the one big number at the top. And now imagine yourself placing that number on the number line. Where is it going? Way down there. You probably need binoculars to see it. That's the starting line for you. That's the starting line for you. What are you going to do? That's pretty far down there. According to the number line, you have to start from there, and then you come over and cross over zero and to the positive side. If you wanna, if you wanna enjoy some of this money that's about to come into this country, that's coming, not about to, coming into this country, I suggest you own your own business. That's a strong suggestion. Figure it out. Make sure you're doing it right. Make sure you're not. Make sure you're doing a good product for your customers. Make sure you're paying your taxes. Make sure you have all your business license properly. Make sure you're paying your quarterly blah 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 blah. Like I imagine like when people sign up for like online business accounts and all this stuff. I guarantee you, when you don't know what you're supposed to put in these boxes and what, man, that just tells I'm sure it just tells the algorithm that you obviously don't know how it works. When you file, I can imagine a person that has a bad credit and not paying your bills and all this other stuff, and they carry those same habits over into a business. Then they try to start a business and then carry those same habits over into their business, and then try to file their own taxes and stuff. Man, that's got to be clear as day. What's up, Mike? Man, he's doing some serious stuff, man. He's doing some serious stuff. I hope you guys are paying attention. Hope you're paying attention. Any questions? Just a quick one. I'm not going to be on here for hours. I don't do that no more. I don't need to do that no more. Any question? Anybody a business owner and they hear me say some of the things I'm saying, maybe you agree, not agree. I mean, you get the business. I hope you guys are listening. I hope you guys are paying attention. Because I've been, well, not the way I'm talking about it now, but I've been spitting this out for quite a while now. What's up, Dominique? Right now is a good time. I'm uh I'm excited. I'm very excited. I'm very excited about first I wasn't really put it this way. Now I know what to talk about when it comes to what to talk about politics, what not to talk about politics, because I'm far from knowing anyway. Um, Stay in my lane, I guess. That's what I'm gonna be doing from now on. I'm not gonna be doing none of that predicting politics and all that stupid nonsense. Uh, just pay attention to the numbers. Stay where I can see. Stay where I can see. Pay attention to what he's saying. Pay attention to what's happening. Because I now understand that debt slaves, you guys do not know how it works. You guys don't. You don't. You can't. It's actually mathematically impossible for you guys to be able to understand how it works. By choice. You guys are choosing that. And that's the beautiful thing about the whole thing. It's a choice. You choose to use the calculator or not. It's a choice. Man, let me tell you guys something. When I came to the positive side and realized all I had to do was trust the calculator, you know how upset I was at myself? Very upset. I was like, Miss Klingensmith taught me this in grade. Sure did. She sure did. She's the only teacher's name I remember out of all the teachers I've had in my life. Mrs. Klingensmith. Sure, she was a German lady. She knew I had a gift. That's why she was always on me. That's the only reason why I still remember her name today. That's all I had to do was trust the calculator. I'm like, my credit report on my papers? Are your debt slave papers, man? When you see that one, ooh, that's gonna sting you. When you look at your credit report and realize those are your debt slave papers, oh, that's gonna be a gut punch right there. And your credit score was nothing more than reward points for staying in debt with your owners listed on your credit report. Ooh. It counts. Hey, listen, it's probably going to count on your age. If you're young, it's not really going to bother you that much because you didn't get in the game too long. But man, if you get about 40, 50, get around my age, 50, 55, oh, mm, mm. That one's going to hurt. That one's going to hurt. She said, I confused my recruiter. I'm sure you do. I'm still working at 95, but I started a small bookkeeping business on the side. Congratulations. Just understand that money's coming, man. They're going to be spending that money. Believe that. All that overtime going to be working, man, that's going to be a lot of money flowing, a lot of money. Just get it right. Get it right. Just make sure you run your business right. Don't get caught up in, I can't even run my business. They're taking all my taxes. Don't. Oh man, taxes. Hey, listen, get away from me. You got to add, when you see somebody get emotional about taxes, you turn to them and say, why are you getting emotional over a word? Taxes is a word. Turn to them and say, hey, boxes. Do you get set over the word boxes? No, just taxes. Yeah. Taxes that's a word. It's nothing more than a word. When you hear like IRS, and if you get something inside of you, get emotional, you know why? Because you're probably doing something wrong. That's why you feel like that. Say it like this. Say it like you don't know nothing about taxes at all, but you go to a reputable tax professional every single year. You wouldn't worry about the word taxes and the IRS and stuff because your professional is taking care of that for you, and it's a fact. I always wonder too, when I was inside the debt matrix, I was like, why is anybody allowed to do other people's taxes? I never understood that. And then you always hear, oh man, go to so and so, man, she'll get you back the most money. I'm like, most money from what? Nowhere. All it is they're just giving you the money, too much, all the extra money that you put in that you shouldn't have put in. They're just giving it back to you. That's all. You're not getting anything. But when you're a person and there's a ton of people on the internet, they get excited about getting that check. Those are people that don't understand how it works. That's why they're excited. Talking about what they're going to do with it. And I hope that's not you. Just don't do it publicly. Don't make videos about it. Don't do that. Don't be telling everybody what you're going to do when you receive your check. Don't talk like that. That's why do you guys see when tax time season come, you see all these businesses advertising, hey, tax season, come spend it. They know you guys don't know. So they're trying to get some of that money. Bring your check here. We'll cash your check here. Because listen, if you have to wait for a check to get a car, you're not going to have that car very long. So they know they're going to get it back shortly. Like say like you go and finance a car based on your overtime hours. Okay? Listen closely. You go finance a car based on your overtime hours. First of all, they base it, listen closely. This is the very important part. They base the car loan on your gross overtime hours. Guess what? And then they approve you for that. Guess what? Now you have to work overtime hours to pay for the car. Do you understand? That's the wheel that you guys run on. The bars in between the wheel that you guys run on, those are bills, debt, finance, app payments, phone payments, car payments, this payment. Those are the bars. When you pay off all your debt, the wheel disappears because you're not running on anything anymore because you don't have any debt. You guys always know you're the mouse. Anytime you see a mouse run on the wheel, you be like, "Ooh, man, that sure is, man. That's me. I can't." Well, nobody ever discusses the wheel, do they? I'm telling you what it's made of. It's made of from you. You're running it all. Literally running it all. Literally. I'm here to explain that to you, to bring you to the positive side. I'm not saying don't participate in the economy. I'm not saying that. I'm saying come participate in it positively instead of negatively. That's all. There must be people here just like over there. It has to be. A battery cannot work with just the negative side hooked up to it. A car is never going to start ever. I don't care how long you wait. Even if the battery's on full charge, it's never going to start the car. Do you understand? It's like this. If you found out the car wouldn't start because it's put it this way. Imagine if you found out the car wouldn't start because only the negative side was hooked up. Would you go buy a new battery and do the same thing, crossing your fingers, hoping the car will start? It's still not going to start. Nobody stops and says, why is a battery positive and negative? No, it just is. It just is. I hook up the positive side to the economy for you because if you always been in debt, that means only the negative side of the battery has been hooked up your entire life. I'm here to hook up the positive side because they have to both work together. Nothing works without debt slaves. Nothing. Debt slaves are the engine. Think about it. You see the big buildings of Amazon. Who's in it? The engines, the cylinders, they're all pumping in there. If you take away the engine, it doesn't work. Do you understand? It doesn't matter how big the building is. It doesn't work without debt slaves, period. Listen, humans are the only ones on earth that consume unnecessarily. They have to. Oh, robots are taking our job. Robots do not consume. Do you understand? They don't consume. They produce only. Who cares if they can run 24 hours? If people are not around, they're not going to be running doing what? Nothing. Now, as long as you understand this, you create a business that you make money knowing that. It's not a big deal. You just got to do it right. That's it. How do you legally not pay taxes? Your business does it for you. Do you understand? I'm sure you hear it. You're like, how can you legally not to pay taxes? Create a business, and your business pays for your whole entire life. Do you understand? Including your taxes. That's how it works. We'll wrap this up. Almost an hour here. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Much appreciated. I'm gonna get out and enjoy this little bit of sun I have left out here, even though it's cold. I'm gonna still enjoy a little bit of it. You guys have a wonderful evening. All right. What is today? Today is what? Wednesday? Yeah, today's Wednesday, right? Yeah, Wednesday. Wednesday. All right. You guys have a good evening. All right, later.